Hi, I'm Mr. Soanes. I'm head of the performance faculty here at Avon-Taff. I deliver the GCSE programme here that we deliver. The purpose of these short little videos are to hopefully give you an idea of the sort of course and what's expected of you and how you're assessed in GCCP as well. Okay, so the GCCP programme here, it's a practical course. But it's underpinned by theoretical aspects as well. Okay, so in the practical side of the course, you'll get the opportunity to develop your skills, your techniques, your tactical awareness as well. You'll develop the ability to evaluate and analyse a performance in order to improve. But you'll also sort of gain knowledge and understanding in the theoretical aspects of sport and physical activity as well. Okay, so it's quite a broad. It's a broad course. Okay, we'll cover a range of activities, and it'll hopefully develop your knowledge about physical activity or physical education in a range of contexts. Okay, so what we expect of you. You have to offer 3 activities, so you have to offer 3 sports because that's where you get assessed in, which I'll talk about in a bit. You have to be motivated. We expect you to take part in all practical lessons and engage in all theory lessons. And you do have to have an interest in the theoretical side, okay, because it's worth 50% of the qualification. It's evenly weighted, so you do need an interest in that side of the course. So what does GCCP look like? So you'll receive 5 GCCP lessons over a 2-week timetable. That's on top of your 1 sort of core compulsory P lesson. You'll get 5 lessons on top of that. How we deliver that varies. Okay, it's not set. It'll change perhaps termly. It could be sort of 4 theory lessons and 1 practical. Be prepared for 5 theory lessons, okay, but it depends how we are progressing and the sort of time and what sort of term we're in as well, okay. So during practical lessons, you'll get the opportunity to take part in a range of activities. You'll develop your skills and your tactical awareness, okay. You'll develop your game understanding, and we look at sort of evaluating performance as well. The theory side, okay, so there'll be classroom-based lessons. We look at five key areas. So we look at health, fitness and well-being and how that contributes to the body. We look at exercise physiology. So we look at the muscular system, the cardiovascular system, the respiratory system. We look at movement analysis, so how the body moves and works, okay. So we look at planes, levers. We look at bones and joints. The 4th topic is the psychological side of sport and how your sort of psychological state can affect sort of sport and physical activity. And the 5th topic is the socio-cultural issues in sport. Okay, so we look at sort of barriers that stop people taking part in sport. We look at the role of the media. Sponsorship in sport. We look at how technology has progressed in sport as well. So it's a really interesting and engaging spec. Okay, it covers quite a lot of areas, but they're all really interesting. It is difficult as well. They're quite challenging topics, but it really set you up nicely for a career in sport and physical activity. So how you are assessed in GCSEP, okay, is quite straightforward. It's split 50-50, okay, so 50% of the qualification is theory. It's a 2-hour written examination, which you will sit at the end of year 11, and it'll be based on those 5 sort of key areas that I described. So there's 100 marks available, 50% of the qualification. The other 50% is assessed practically, okay, so it's non-exam assessment. So you have to offer 3 sports, okay? And it's important that you need to think about this carefully. So you need to offer 1 team sport, 1 individual sport, and the third then can be either or, so it can be either team or individual, okay? So you'll get sort of internally moderated by myself and sort of cross-moderated, and then you will have an external moderation day at some point in year 11 where somebody externally will come in and assess you practically, okay? So each sport, the 3 sports, are worth 28 marks. So you'll get marked out of 28 on each sport, which will take you to 84 marks, and then the final 16 marks is made up through coursework, okay? A PFP, a personal fitness program, where you plan and deliver a training program, okay? So that's 50% practical and 50% theory, okay? So evenly weighted. So that's the assessment at GCSE PE. So to summarise, and what you need to think about is you need to think about those assessment methods, the theory and the prac, because they are evenly weighted. You need to consider, can you offer 3 sports? Can you offer a team sport, an individual, and a third sport, okay? You need to be interested in the theoretical side as well. Okay, there's quite close links with biology and psychology, so you need to be interested in those areas as well, okay? Okay, so to sum up, it's a really, really interesting and engaging course, GCSE PE, and certainly if you are thinking of a career in sport or physical activity, this course will certainly set you up nicely for that, okay? Thanks. If you do have any questions, please just let me know.